Hello everyone and welcome back to this brand new video. Now for today we're going to be drafting Ikoria. Now I've been performing quite well in Ikoria drafts and I really hope I don't jinx myself as we speak. If I do, well, I mean, who's going to see it? Just all of the internet? That's completely fine. So right now we're waiting for the last person to decide to fill his seat. Alright, so we're good. And let's see, what do we open. Titan's Nest isn't exactly what I want to start with. What else is good in this pack? I mean, Otter is good, Ram Through is good, Curdle is good. I think we're gonna go with either the Curdle or Ram Through. I prefer going black for now, so I think we're gonna go with the Curdle. And let's see what we get past. Alright, so currently this is good, and this is good. I mean, this is a very good card. What do we want to pair our black card with? I think we're gonna go with Off One Mind, or actually I'm not sure, like this is not something I'm sure of. Let's see, let's think about this clearly. I think we're gonna go with this route just in case. I mean, blue seems like it's a bit open because Off One Mind is getting past, but I think I'm just gonna take Off One Mind. I like card advantage in this set quite a bit. And do we get rewarded? We get another Off One Mind. Black seems like it's open if the leech is getting past. I don't want another Off One Mind just yet, so we're just gonna take the leech. This card is super good. Even if it just removes all counters from the creatures, it's good enough because sometimes that prevents lethal and then you just win on the crackback. I really like this card. So right now packs seem to be flowing decently. Let's see what happens. So currently we have a good set of cards. We have 2 removal cards and 1 source of card advantage. Card advantage is very important in this format in my opinion, and something I really love about Ikoria draft in general is that card assessment is not stable. I mean, a card could be amazing in your deck and really bad in other decks, and of course that's like the usual, but this is emphasized even more in Ikoria. So let's see, there's nothing that good in blue. I could take the Convolute, it's performing better than I expected, or I could take this. I mean, the pack is weak in general, so I think just taking Convolute is good enough. And like so far we just have, like, we can consider this to be removal. So far we have this and this as removal, so that's super good. Removal is very important in the set. Now this getting past means that cycling is probably a bit open, so it's not a bad idea to switch into that. I mean, I'm not giving up a lot, so you can always consider switching in your first pack. Never feel like you're entitled to a strategy before at least the second pack. So Essence Scatter captures here are good. I think I'm just gonna take the captures here. Essence Scatter is also a good pickup, but I'm not sure about it. This could be a decent removal spell anyways, or we can take the Corpse Churn. Currently we only have 1 creature, so I don't know how good the Corpse Churn is. Go for Blood keeps us open a bit, in case we just want to switch to cycling with a bunch of removal. And I think we're gonna go with the Go for Blood. So we get another Corpse Churn, that's good right now, so we have some recurrent. Do we go with the otter deck and do we try to get more removal to make sure it connects? It's not a bad idea. Another pickup could have been Convolute. I don't know if I want to get more Convolutes just yet. I think otter is a good card, especially if we give it a menace counter. That's going to be very good to pair up. This whiffs, so I think it's white can be theoretically open, so we're just going to keep that as an option. This card is decent and this card is decent as well. I'm just gonna take this one. I don't think we're ever gonna play green, but the card is decent. So currently we're playing the mirror, and we can splash either for white and go Esper, or we can splash for red and go Grixis, but nothing is like confirmed so far. I really like our package so far because like Corpse Churn is good recurrent for like our removal. We can just trade this after killing something, and then Corpse Churn, get it back again. This is always good to do. And Corpse Churn is performing very well, in my opinion. So right now we're just waiting for Eduardo to finish his pack. And speaking of Corpse Churn, how amazing this card was. I was playing a 4-card combo deck yesterday with Luminous Broodmoth. If you did not check that out yet, Corpse Churn was an all-star in that deck, and I will leave the rest to you, but trust me, it's a janky combo. This could be good with our otter if we decide to go Esper, and the gorilla is also decent. This is decent. I mean, we're probably not gonna go with green anyways. And yeah, let's take just that. And the island is always a good pickup. I love islands. Is it too late to go the Obosh route? Let's see. You know, we can only play things that are odd. So what would be we would be losing 2 cards. So we can just like play Obosh in regular deck. It's not a bad idea. So I don't think this is an Obosh deck. Zenith Flare feels bad to pass, but I don't think we're in the route where we can splash 2 colors. I think we're just gonna play Obosh as a regular 5 mana threat that we can recur, and now we can just splash Grixis if you consider it. If I started with this pack number 1, I would have definitely considered just building a deck around it, but I think it's a bit too late for now to switch, because we would be losing we'd be losing 3 cards, and I don't think I can afford to lose 3 cards just yet. Whoever is building cycling is gonna be very happy. So we can take this, which is not that good of a spell. We can take another otter, or we can take off one mind. I think another otter is good. We just need to like pair it with more removal. Ultimatum would have been a good pickup as well. What does this do? It can return something with 3 mana or less. I think Pacifism or Divine Arrow is good, and I think we're definitely gonna go the Jeskai route. So alright, so this even confirms that we should go the Jeskai route, or we can just pick up the Heron. And let's see, do I need more removal? Currently we have 3 removal pieces, 4 removal pieces. I think we're fine just taking a threat, and we can start picking up removal a bit later. Evolving Wilds is good. It's best thing in this pack because we need to make sure that we hit our colors. This would have been super good if we were playing green. Sadly we're not. This is quite decent. You can chum block with it forever, and it doesn't feel bad to lose this in case you mutate anything over it, so we can consider it. And maybe if you get any of the sacrifice cards that say you have to sacrifice a creature as an additional cost to destroy something, the Coil Bug is super good paired with that card. I mean, Zenith Flare did feel very bad to pass, but I think we're gonna be fine. I believe in the powers of this draft. So Esper so far is looking to be a bit decent. I mean, we have 2 things to mutate our Over or Otter, just gonna give it flying and some kind of evasion to make sure it hits, and we can even use this to give it evasion forever. I think we just need to pick up a bit more removal. I think we have enough threats. We have 1, 2, we have 4 threats so far. Let's consider not consider this a threat because it's not that good just yet. This could be good paired with Otter. I don't think we're going that route. Cloud Piercer could be decent, but we're not going that route just yet. So it's between these 2 combat checks. I think I'd much rather give my Otter Indestructible. We're probably not gonna play that, but we're just taking it. Captures here always good to see, and this is also decent enough to get. Do I want another one? I think I'd much rather take another Corpse Churn and have more recursion open. This is probably not gonna get played. The artifact could have also been a decent pickup. I don't think I want that many Corpse Churns, so it's gonna go into grave, into sideboard I mean. Let's see. Currently we are missing a lot of white cards. I don't even know if we're gonna splash just yet, because like Pacifism is good enough but not worth a splash in my opinion just yet. Coil Bug might pair up very well with Corpse Churn, because we can just get it into grave and return something else, and now we didn't like waste milling 3 cards because we have something that we can always recur for 5 mana. So far I am liking the deck. I think we just need a bit more removal and maybe 1 more threat, and then we should be good. So let's try to pick that up in the last couple of packs. I think our removal package is quite decent. Let's just take the land just in case. You never know what we might pick up. Cloud Piercer is also fine. If only we had red. Can I splash 1 red? I don't think so. This feels so bad to pass. 1 red? 1 red should be easy enough to splash. That's like, let's consider this. If we splash red, we get access to not a lot of things. I mean, Heartless Act feels better to take than this. I think we're just gonna take Heartless Act. Sorry whoever faces the guy with the Godzilla. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. But this is just what happened. I think this is good paired with our Coil Bug, but let's see what else can we take. Divine Arrow is decent. It's not the best, but it's decent. Another Heron could also be good, so like we might consider that. So it's between these 2, and I think I'd much rather have removal This might come back to haunt us, but I'd much rather have removal. Let's see. Another convolute could be an idea. And this could have been a very easy way for us to splash Godzilla, but that's too late. This paired with our cord bug could be draw an extra card per turn and gain 2 life. So it's either between this, and I think I don't want to be sacrificing that many creatures. So I think we're just gonna go with the convolute. Another pacifism feels amazing to pick up. Alright, so our removal package is a bit decent. I mean, we're just trying to pick up any lands that can help us splash for white easier, and we should be good. Let's see. So this should be good. And I think is it better than another cord bug? That's the question. I think it is. I think it definitely is. Let's just take that. This feels good to take, or we can take another mutual destruction. Even Lurking Deadeye is good. This is like quite a pack. Let's see. This is good and this is good. Like I'm torn between these two. I think we're just gonna take the flash creature. The flash creature is super good, especially if you like attack with something weak like a coil bug or something. Even corpse churn. Where is it? Corpse churn Lurking Deadeye feels good to do. So what are we missing? We're not missing a lot of cards. Let's wait for this back. Let's see. Are we taking another card advantage card, or are we taking Blade Banish? Are we missing that much removal? We have 1, 2, 3 pieces of removal. We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't think we need that much more removal. I think Off One Mind is just better. Convolute, I don't think I want that many. This we can pick up and then just cycle it if you never get to play it. Otter or Blitz Leech? I think it's Blitz Leech. So I think we're very good. When the deck turned out to be better than I expected, hopefully the games will turn out to be better than I expected as well. These two are good. I think I'm just gonna take the Heron, just because we have 2 otters. I would love to pair up otter with this on turn 4 on curve. Nothing feels that good here, so I'm just gonna take the mana fixing just in case I change my mind about anything, although I doubt I will. And I think we're just gonna splash in the pacifisms. Depends on how my deck feels. Let's see. None of these are good. Is there any uncommon between them? No. I'll just take the Cloud Piercer. This can be played theoretically, and this comes back. This is very weird. Alright, I'll take that. Land is good. Gem reward, yes, I completed. I have all the rares in Ikoria, so whenever I play a draft, I just get gems. We're not gonna be playing Ovash as our companion because we got him way too late for that. Let's look at our deck this way. So let's see, how many pieces of removal do we have? Let's just put them all together so we can just better make our decisions. We have, where is it? We might not be playing Unlikely Aid, Heartless Act, 2 pacifisms, and we might consider this as removal and this as removal. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pieces of removal, 10, 11 pieces of removal. That should be good enough. This can be considered removal, but I won't because it's not always the case. Now the question is, what do I want to cut? I need to cut 3 cards. Let's see. Frostveil Ambush is decent enough. I think it's worth having a slot, especially because it can just cycle in case we're not using it at all. Are we losing the Night Squad Commando? I think it's not that good in our deck. We can't always trigger it consistently. We still need to cut down on 2 cards. Now, this is a good card, and I've said it before. How many threats do we have? That's the question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 threats should be enough to win. I'm not playing that many threats in my Ikoria drafts anyways, so let's see. I think the trap is like the weakest out of all of our removals, so I think we're just gonna lose that. And now Mutual Destruction could have been so good with Night Squad Commando, so I'm reconsidering just a bit. And the question is, do we really need that? Because like Otter and this doesn't pair the best. Like let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think we don't need this that bad, so we're gonna have 3 pieces of removal. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think now we have this. 10 pieces of removal should be enough. And without further ado, let's get into our games. So going into game 1 of our draft game, and I really want to win this game because this game is the only thing that's keeping me away from making it into gold. This hand is, I think it's decent enough to keep. You have a convolute on curve, so unless we're facing some kind of aggro deck, we should be able to get them lands. We can always convolute, and if like our opponent is way too fast, we can always off one mind and just not keep the convolute up. So I think we should be fine unless our opponent is playing full on aggro, and we get our black source, so we are fine. We get natural Esper on turn 3. I mean, that is super good to do. See, coil back, I told you, is better than what you think it is. Alright, so we're just gonna pass, and now we can always corpse turn end step in case our opponent does nothing. That's always a good feeling to have. Be able to do anything even if you have nothing to do. Opponent does not make his land drop, or is it that opponent just wants to attack first? Opponent probably did make his land drop. Did he? Did he not? Opponent did make his land drop, and we're playing against Mardu. So let's just corpse turn on unstop. And we lose all of our removal package. That always feels good to do. Yeah, just lose all of your removal and do nothing with your turn. 2 mana, mill 3. Amazing. Yeah, we might reconsider corpse turn. I think we have enough creatures for it, but turns out we do not. Let's just reconsider it for the next game. It's always good to learn. See, we're trying to kind of get to do something with convolute. It doesn't seem like we are going to do so. Opponent is playing around it maybe. I don't think I can deal with this just yet, so we're just gonna convolute this if our arena thing lets us. Okay, so convolute gets rid of that. And we can set up Blitz Leech for next turn. We're not going to be able to do anything, so we might as well just draw 2 cards. We're not doing anything anyways. And next turn we're going to have a Blitz Leech set up, and that's going to feel pretty good to do, especially if we place another threat. Because we get to kill Coil Bug from the -2/-2, and we get to trade with something, so that's always going to feel good to do. Let's hope he plays something. He plays Dark Bargain. So sadly we're not going to be able to pull off the combo of dealing with 2 threats at the same time, but I think we're going to be fine. If I draw the otter, I'm probably going to just play the otter and try to like force him to deal with it. If not, we're just going to continue with the main plan of just playing the Coil Bug. I don't think I want to be playing Coil Bug at this stage in the game. Let's just pass. And I think Blitz Leech should be enough to slow him down a bit, and we're not going to do it pre-combat. We're just going to wait for post-combat to do anything because we're not in a rush to do anything. So Blitz Leech, and I think we can start attacking with Blitz Leech next turn if anything happens. So opponent, what are you going to do, opponent? Are you playing... The thing is with the Ikoria draft is most of them are just like removal versus removal. That is literally how I can describe Ikoria drafts. If he tries to mutate, we can either Blitz Leech or we can just Blood Curdle. Both of them are good options. I think we're just going to Blitz Leech at this stage. And if we get a pump spell out of the way, that's going to feel good anyways. Even if it does like mean that Blitz Leech is just a 6 mana flash card, it's still good. Obosh could be good enough to play at this stage. Yeah, I'm going to consider like now. Obosh isn't going to change what I deal with damage with Blitz Leech. I think we're just going to attack and then make our decision. Sadly, Obosh is not going to change anything with all of our cards in hand because none of them are odd, but I still think 6 damage is good enough on its own, especially if we're going to pair it with Blood Curdle next turn. And if he deals with Obosh, that still means that our Blitz Leech is not dealt with. That feels good. What we could go for next turn is Blood Curdle, kill anything he plays to block Obosh. That's 6 damage plus 5, 11, 13. We have exact lethal if he does not play any creature. If he plays a creature, it's not exact lethal, but we're getting pretty near lethal. So let's see what happens. He could just pass and block with the Coil Bug, and I would be very fine with that. Pacifism or Blitz Leech, alright, that doesn't feel bad. At least Obosh is still alive. Obosh is gonna survive. That feels very weird to say, but Obosh did survive. Let's try to take a removal spell out of his hand. Now, What could be happening is that he has a pump spell and he thinks that he can trade with Obosh. If he does, I'm gonna make sure he uses it before we kill off anything with the Blood Curdle. If he just blocks, he did take 2 damage and that's fine with me. Alright, so he's just gonna give this a Death Touch counter, and I think that's enough of a reason not to kill our Obosh, so we're just gonna kill this. And I would have loved for him to have a pump spell and not just something to give it Death Touch, but sadly it's something we're gonna have to live with. So he's gonna draw a card, and that's what I did not want. I wanted to 2-for-1 him and not for him to actually draw something instead of what he did, but now he has a Menace Obosh he needs to deal with. So that's good. And do we force him into any kind of bad situation? I don't think we do. He's gonna be taking 6 anyways, he's down to 5. I don't think playing this would change a lot, so we're not gonna play it. And he needs 2 blockers to deal with Obosh at least. So Obosh plus Blood Curdle turned out to be way better than I expected. Checkpoint Officer is fine, as long as you don't play another creature. That is going to take care of our Obosh for a couple of turns, but that's fine. So do you have another blocker opponent, or do you just not have another blocker? Alright, so you can't mutate because obviously this is a human, and that's fine with us. So let's try to deal as much damage as we can. Hope Capture Sphere would have been such a good pickup, but we sadly do not get it. And even if he blocks this, you can just get it back, or you can just Lurking Deadeye, get rid of another blocker for Obosh. Obosh is probably gonna be dealt with forever with just a Checkpoint Officer until we draw a Capture Sphere. He takes the damage. That's very weird. That's honestly very weird. He's down to 3, meaning that I can take care of any of his spells with just the Lurking Deadeye. So this can just surprise him and kill him out of nowhere. Let's just try to go with that route, and I mean we're not in any rush to do anything. Meaning if he tries to get aggressive with the Cavern Whisper, and if you top deck a Capture Sphere or any type of removal in our deck, we can just win that way. I mean we still have a bunch of removal spells in that deck, so I think we're gonna be fine. And I think we just win the game. Yeah, we just win the game. So let's just try to fool him into thinking that we lost and like this life is very sad. He does play around it. That feels very weird. That feels very weird. This is the first time I see someone playing around a Lurking Deadeye, and if you thought like any removal spell, we're just... Why am I not drawing removal spells? Alright, so he has to block at least, and that way we get rid of a Checkpoint Officer forever. And that feels good. Can we play Coil Deadbug? Can we reanimate it and play it? Let's see, so 5 mana, I think we should have enough mana to do that. So 7 mana, get a 2/2, always good to do. And I'm just gonna try to fool him into maybe mutating twice. So just for him to deal with my spells. Just for him. Let's see. So far we're not that behind. Only 1 removal spell is what's keeping us away from victory. And we did draw most of our lands in our deck, didn't we not? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We only have 7 lands left, and we have 2 Capture Spheres that could win us the game. We're just missing a Capture Sphere, and we're just done with this game, and we win. I'm probably gonna cut down 1 Corpse Churn because I don't think that it was good enough. I'm pretty sure having a Pacifism would have been pretty good for us. Having any of the things that I milled would have been way better for us. He attacks with it has Menace, so does he have enough to block both? Blitz Leech main phase. Alright, so he kills our Lurking Deadeye, and we do not have lethal anymore, and we just draw another land and we're just dead that way. Good game, opponent. Good game. So going from the last game, I've decided to cut down 1 Corpse Churn, play 1 Mutual Destruction. I don't think our deck performed that bad. I just think that our draws were a bit clunky, and that's what made us lose. Don't worry about it. Now we're gonna try to get into our 7 wins. Hopefully try to get into our 7 wins, or else I'm gonna be very sad, but don't worry about that. You can bluff not having a spell by passing quickly with the spacebar or automatically clicking enter. Very smart, Arena, very smart. Very smart. So let's see. Ready? I mean, I think we just threw way too many lands that last game, and I think we lost because of that. We had so many outs in our deck, but we just did not draw any of them. We have an Otter, we have a Pacifism on curve. I think that's good enough for me to keep. Yeah, I think that's good enough for me to keep. We have this to get our blue source. That should be enough. We have 2 pieces of removal already. That's pretty good. That's always something good to see. If you even top deck a blue source, I'm just gonna run out the blue source first. We do not top deck a blue source. Obosh is not something we wanted just yet, but that's fine. I think we're gonna get to draw our second black source pretty soon. So I'm just not gonna crack Evolving Wilds up until end step for him to have at least the least amount of information possible. So he's playing white, meaning that a bunch of his removal is not gonna be good against Otter except for pacifism. He's playing white, go white, and that's gonna be very sad because we do not have good ways to deal with go white decks. Most of our removal, as you remember, is 1 for 1, but I believe that we are going to be able to do this. Believe in the powers of Magic. We could have just played that and played pacifism, but I think it's way too soon for me to pacifism anything. He already goes for Evolving Wilds. What could he be playing? Is there like another go white deck? Maybe green? Alright, blue is not something I expected, not to lie. We're gonna run out. We're gonna make him think that we're only a Dimir deck, so that way he doesn't play around pacifism. We're just gonna play our otter. Hopefully he can't deal with it. If he does, we're just gonna run out nothing at this stage. Actually, you can't run out a bunch of things. So we're just gonna kill this because I don't want him to draw a card next turn. I want to keep him off cards as much as possible. He's playing a 4 color deck. That's very what's the word? It's very I don't know, like the word I would be way too scared of doing this, and I'm sorry, I'm a bit tired. It's just life in general. So he does not get anything from this, and I think we can't keep him off of the plan anymore. Let's just try to draw into anything that's good. Let's just try to draw into a capture sphere maybe. Mutual destruction. I don't think we're in a stage where we want to trade one of our cards just yet. Let's just play our Obosh, run it out, maybe force him into keeping this back. If he does keep this back, that's good for us. If he doesn't, if he attacks, we just pacifism whatever he plays, and that's good. Okay, let's just hope he doesn't play another threat, and that's super fine with us. He plays another threat. At least he did not mutate this, and I think I might be dealing with this just because I don't want to deal with it. Mutating is mutating enough, I think. Let's just think about this clearly. If I mutate onto this, it's gonna cost me 4 mana, meaning that if I draw exactly any 2-drop, I can mutual destruction this before this gets out of hand, and I think that's decent enough. Let's reconsider this. Do we just run this out as a normal threat and now mutual destruction this? It's also an option, or we could just pacifism. We can just pacifism this, and then Dreamtail Heron. We could have done that on Obosh, but I want to keep the card on coming, so I'm just gonna do it on the Otter. And the Heron is actually odd, so now Obosh will make it deal double damage. We're gonna draw a card, and then we're gonna draw a card again, and we have Coil Bug for next turn, so that's good. If he wants to deal with the Obosh, he's gonna have to double block, and that's good. Alright, so we're gonna be able to deal with, obviously we're gonna deal with the Cup Warden. I don't care about the Essence Symbiote. And he's gonna be taking 6 damage. 6 damage is no joke. So we're just gonna draw a card. And I think we're in a good spot. Especially we have Coil Bug, Mutual Destruction. In case he doesn't remove our Heron, we're set. If he does remove our Heron, I mean, I'm sad, but I'm still fine. We're still gonna be drawing an extra card per turn. We have a Capture Sphere, we have a Coil Bug. Are you playing black as well? Opponent is playing 5 colors. 5 colors. I would never play 5 colors, no matter what. So we're just gonna attack with our Dreamtail Heron. This has flash, I'm not wrong. If I have something with flash, so we can set up mutual destruction Blitzstitch very soon. How much mana do I have is the question. I mean, Otter just unanswered on turn 1 changes so much in the game. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana, meaning that we could go for this, block something, kill something. And actually you can just also go for Capture Sphere, Mutual Destruction, Coil Bug, and that's decent enough. Yeah, do we have enough mana? We do definitely have enough mana. Yeah, I think we're just gonna go with that route. We're gonna Capture Sphere something, and now just Mutual Destruction because we do have enough to do both. I mean, this is probably that if you want for black. I mean, what else would he be getting black for if not removal? Not sure. Honestly, not sure about this. Let's see. Heron is most likely dead. Most likely dead. So mutual destruction, I mean, that's fine. That's not the worst thing to ever happen. It's not the worst thing to ever happen. If he attacks, we're just gonna take it, honestly. I don't think we care that much. You can give something menace, which is fine. Yeah, give your 2/2 menace, it's fine. It's completely fine. We're just gonna tap this down. And we're just gonna set up the leech for the turn after. So you gave it menace and you're not even attacking with it. Doesn't that feel a bit weird? It does. It doesn't want to trade it probably, but I mean, it does have menace. I mean, what are you afraid of? So Capture Sphere is gonna deal with this. Our turn, we're not gonna lose this just yet. We're gonna attack with it, and we can get back our Obosh. Is it enough to get back our Obosh? Let's see. We can get back the Dreamtail Heron, draw a card. I think we're just gonna attack first and maybe go for Corpse Turn the next turn. Yeah, I think that's a decent enough line of play. Let's just attack for now. You can go Blitz Leech. If he wants to trade, I mean, I'm fine with it. And if he does anything that's funny, we can just 2-for-1 him. I mean, he traded his 2/2 menace for a Coil Bug that's just gonna return every turn. So like, I think I'm fine with that. You can just set up now Blitz Leech, kill anything, hopefully. That's completely fine. If you want to make us discard something, but this is gonna get him something back. So am I that scared of this? I don't think I'm that scared of this, so let's just let this resolve. Let's just let this resolve. And worst case, we can just Blitz Leech, discard a card. You can take our island or plains, it doesn't matter at this stage. Sure, please just get a land. What did he get? Opponent, I do not know what you're playing. Like, I'm being very honest, I'm not understanding anything you're doing. Coil Bug is a fine pickup. Let's see, what are we going to do? I think Blitz Leech. Blitz Leech, take down the Coil Bug. Attack next turn is good enough. Yes, I think that's good enough. Sure, we don't mind losing a bunch of life, it's fine. It's completely fine. And I think I'm just gonna Corpse Turn now. Otter, land, and the Dreamtail Heron. I think we're just gonna get the Heron. And now we can just mutate it over Coil Bug. But I think our main plan right now is just to get the Coil Bug back and kill this, because that stops him from... And of course Auto Tapper tapped all of my black sources. This is why you tap automatically. I'm sorry guys, I'm really sorry. This is why I should have tapped automatically. And if we do lose this game, it's because of this misplay. Remember it forever. This is gonna be under. Alright, so at least we can Blade Banish next turn if we're not too behind by then. Let's just believe in the powers of magic. We have 2 removal pieces and a threat. The thing is, I don't want him to keep on drawing an extra card per turn. That was the only reason I wanted to deal with it now. But that's too late. If you okay, he doesn't. At least he still did not mutate anything. Please don't mutate anything. All right, so our misplay did not cost us that much. I think we're still safe. We're still safe. So let's just exile this because he needs to stop drawing a card extra per turn. And I think we're just going to attack for 5 in the air, and yeah, that's a decent enough play. And now we can set up Coil Bug for next turn. If he goes and attacks with everything, we can just Coil Bug, kill something, or Pacifism next turn. That should be decent enough. He's just gonna get a counter on this. That's super fine. It says on any creature you control. Alright, I was wrong. So his best, what could he do? That's the question. He needs to deal with the Blitz Leech or else he's dead. Don't think there's a way for him to kill me with all of this, so I think we're fine. And we might be able to kill him with just our Coil Bug in case he deals with our Blitz Leech. So Coil Bug is fine, completely fine. As long as you don't kill the Blitz Leech, we are fine. So we're gonna try to go with I can kill you definitely, but just by playing Pacifism on this. Let's just try to see if he can do anything, and we're just gonna attack for game. Is it? Did we win the game? Did we get it? Good game. Yes. Alright, so Meteor Destruction did not get the shine, but I think it's decent enough. And do we make plat? We definitely made plat in limited. I think that's gonna be pretty much it for the first part of this video. For the rest of the games, I'm gonna be uploading them very soon, so make sure to tune to that, and I'll see you guys next time.